Slightly.
Well,
Slightly. Here we go.
We are finally going live here into game number 3. Come on, we need to feed off the energy of the crowd, and you guys need to keep it pumped up. Yeah, here we go. Let's give both these teams a round of applause, taking us to 3 games, offering us something exciting to watch. And of course, now Bravado starting on the CT and Carbon on the T. Let's see what they bring there, and immediately a little bit of, I guess, insight into where they're going. They're not making it very, being very secretive about it. I mean, no real information gathered elsewhere, but the issue about this is, I'll talk about it in a second, but we'll see them going out there. Actually, Detchery chooses to fall back immediately, and this is it right there, long distance. He missed those shots earlier against APG, but now locking it down with another 2K there.
3K now.
Is that 3? Yeah. Backed up by Elusive. Can Detchery make it 4? Flexi takes down Sonic. JT still alive here. Detchery makes it a 4th. Going for the ace on pistol. I think he's had enough. I think he wants to go home. And will eventually go down. No, they want to give him the peek. He has to go for the defuse. And Goal's going to shut him out. So Bravado already off to a fantastic start. APOC.
It's surprising that Carbon didn't lay down the smokes for something to get into the side. They just were taking long-range duels against the USPs, which, I mean, teams like Fnatic B, it is one of their strategies, that full B push. But here, the timing a little bit off by Carbon, and definitely able to capitalize individually on that whole rush.
Yeah, and I think they did have 2 smokes, and I think they ended up using one of them actually to get into the site. Maybe they wanted to plant the bomb and then use that smoke to sort of get into after-plant positions, you know, not committing all of their utility just to get into the site, and then having nothing left to actually waste out the bomb time. But anyway, Bravado picking up that map, it was obviously Detchery getting that 4K and even the defuse. So, I mean, obviously he's feeling on form. And this is what we're talking about, smoking into the site and flashing. A bit of a fair flash there, but nonetheless, they do get onto the site and they should be able to get this bomb down. Although 3 players already going down on the side of Carbon. They only had Tech 9s going into this round, but as long as they can get that bomb down, which they don't actually manage to do, Goals gets that pick off onto Hakim, and now it's just left up to Flexi. He's going to get taken down by Goals, and that's the second round going in favor of Bravado. And I mean, they're just going very aggressive into this. You know, they're rotating earlier, they're getting those calls, and I mean, they're looking really strong going into this.
Interesting buy there out of Carbon, because they did get the bomb down in the pistol round, which means if they full save there, they would have a full buy this round with all their equipment. They chose to go into the techies, invest heavily in the round, and got little for that.
Yeah, worth noting, of course. I mean, I sometimes always opt for that third round buy.
Yeah,
I mean,
save and buy full, because you get full equipment.
Especially getting in between those trains is probably pretty important right now, and just breaking down Bravado here. But I mean, we didn't really see. I mean, watching that game earlier with you guys, they didn't put a lot of emphasis on Ivy. That's something I noticed. Like, it was now and then they took a duel there, but there wasn't really any sort of time pushes planned come out there, combat up with the A sites, and it was somewhat very slow. We see already taking down one, gets wrecked. Thought to get toast, Rex, everyone else's. They did break it down, both Black Poison and Elusive holding that Ivy, and the last player coming into side. So this is a refreshed Bravado Gaming we see right now.
But again, that round, hardly anything invested, just a couple blocks, so they couldn't really expect to get that much out of the round, especially Bravado have got their full headgear up. They were taking no chances there.
Yeah. When you saw Detchery's position, they allowed his team to actually stack that A side. He played quite aggressive onto that B threshold, and because of the angle he was holding, he managed to be the only player near that side. So Bravado managing to stick 4 of their players with the rifles onto that A site and just clearing up players of Carbon. But going into this 4th round, Carbon are going to manage to pick up a couple of rifles, so we might see a slower round coming into this than we have seen in the past.
Yeah. So there, actually, I said there was no Ivy, but now they went for the Ivy push in the previous round. It's a bit weird there, but now 75 HP on Makmo, deciding to push through that molly. And well, we saw Black Poison do this earlier.
Very early weapon selection.
Yeah, and
they are going to smoke this left side, so they are going to have a bit of presence here in Ivy. I mean, it looks like they are going to, or they have already decided where they want to go. You can tell by the positioning of these players. But now Macmore getting smoked out, that might delay this push, but at the same time, they don't want to wait for their smoke to dissipate. So we are going to see JT and Fady make a bit of a move here. Spots out one. Nice little headshot there by Fady. Opening up that side. Yeah, double peek.
What?
Macmore flying off the ladder.
Going down from Macmore. Now it's just left up to Black Poison and Detchery. Black Poison does have this ability. We've seen him touch these before. He is in a very defensive position here, just trying to make someone peek him. He's not going to get any peek just yet, and I think Bravado aren't going to look to commit too much to this. They realize they can't get an entry frag going into it quite early on into the bomb plant, so they are just going to look to fall back a bit and maybe set up a crossfire between these two players to save these rifles.
Absolutely, and Carbon shouldn't be looking to hunt right now. If you look at their money, they can't really afford to lose a weapon.
Yeah, really, really long cash, and I mean, you wanted to see that investment of the double op coming up pretty soon, and you did kind of surmise that it will happen within the first early rounds, and I think it will. I think if Carbon manage to take the next 2 rounds, we might see Bravado push for that save, and then eventually pick up the double AWP and just have it one sitting. Definitely, probably as Honey said, you know, looking for that aggressive player from B, pushing out the top platform, and then trying to get that information for Bravado. And I think that's really important as well. I mean, economy-wise, yeah. Look,
Bravado,
wow,
look
look
at
at
that one
elusive.
round against the Glocks where they didn't lose a player, so
Yeah.
they should be fairly healthy.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. And I mean, at the same time, we do see Carbon just slowly building up an economy here, starting on this T side. And I want to see some aggressive play. I want to see some individual plays coming out from, especially on the B bomb side. We'll look towards players like Flexi and Fady and JT to try open up the side here, punish Detrony for getting out of position there in that B bomb side or looking for
Is
position.
that a wallbang coming out?
Yeah.
Flexi just dodging the spam there.
It's a wall bang. Straight from the
problem
bomb train, I think. You jump on the bomb train.
And one of the terrorist smokes where you can line up from that spot.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Oh! Black Poison with the AWP does get knocked down to 27 HP as they do spam him down. He's showing him exactly where to stand. Stand there, says JT. And looking for the peek over the box there. And that's a cheeky spot. I mean, often you see players move forward, they get the boost, they jump on top, and then they kind of like fly over that. And it usually catches out 1 or 2 players. But definitely is playing close here once again.
Yeah, it's similar to what we saw in round 2 or round 3, where it's just sort of Detrony getting this information, and now he's actually not looking to play aggressive. He's just here to get that information. If he has footsteps, he just wants to shoulder peek them and then
Flexi will
back
tap
up
him.
if it's needed.
important element of train, obviously, in terms of stacking sites, is the fact that you can get information quite early as counter-terrorist, and the rotation is so quick through the zigzag
Yeah.
area, so you can afford to.
Look at this.
So Detrony is going to get
Oh,
this information,
spotted.
and now he's just going to smoke it out as predicted, and he's probably going to call for backup from the team. He does slightly mess up his money there, but he is going to get that entry frag or that frag onto Macmo, but he might get overpowered here. He does have support coming from Elusive and Black Poison already onto the side. As you were saying, there's Goals getting 1 kill, but not managing to take down Fady. And now it's a 2 versus 3 actually in favor of Carbon. They actually managed to get that bomb plant on that B side. Although Black Poison and Sonic are alive, they may look to actually challenge this, although I think they know somebody is in that general CT area.
That was very important in that round in terms of Carbon winning, is Fady managing to sneak through alley, take out a player unharmed and going to CT spawn, completely dismantling the Bravado defense.
Yeah, and I mean also a great trade came out there as well from JT, I think it was, on
To get
Ivy.
into the site.
Yeah, to take down goals as well. Wait, what's JT? It might have been Hackham. To take down the, to get that trade, obviously.
And
Losing
Black
out.
Poison being a little bit low
Yeah.
right from the beginning of the round. He couldn't really get involved and engage with the AK's close range.
I mean, it's a bit unfortunate there for Bravado Gaming. Carbon not holding back at all. Sonic does get Fady in the end, so he is punished for that cheeky play through CT. But now we do see economy, wow, actually still not bad for Bravado Gaming. I mean, they like you said, they won the 3 rounds at the beginning, and one was in the back of not a single death.
And we've got our surprise out. From
Oh, there you go.
early on in the
Called
game.
it. You called it. Double orb set up
And
immediately.
single and Carbon.
Yo.
Cool.
You're feeling good now. Okay, we got this. One prediction right for the day. Or at least, well, you got in a couple, I mean, for us at least.
Can read them,
We'll
I just like to
piggyback
shoot
that
them.
prediction. This could be a good shot. Oh, man,
very,
that double
very well
peek.
timed flashbang there to push Black Poison out of position. Nice. You can see some work paying off for Carbon there.
It does just force them back a bit, and they are going to smoke them off like they've done in the previous rounds. But again, I really like this play coming out from Bravado with that positioning of Detrony, allowing his teammates to actually focus elsewhere. And it's a similar play style coming out from Carbon, pushing through Ivy, smoking out that AWP in the hands of Black Poison, and it sort of puts him in an awkward position because he doesn't know if he should stay and spam through smoke or look to change his position altogether, maybe get into heaven up there on the A side.
Oh,
But who's this? Just trying to
Flexi.
shoulder peek.
he wants to peek. He wants to peek.
Detrony. Detrony does get flamed out, so he is going to fall back, and you can see immediately a bit of rotation or a bit of movement on the A side there from the Bravado players. Detrony might just hold off on this call just yet. He hasn't really spotted anyone yet. He's just been flashed out of position, and no real aggression coming from Carbon onto the side. He is going to fall back, and here comes Black Poison with his AWP. So we are going to set up turret here on this B side and wait for some aggression from Carbon.
Very nice awareness of Carbon not to walk into the line of the AWP.
Wow.
Great shot. by
JT
Sonic.
was trying to do what Fady was doing the round before, where he got through Ivy straight into CT spawn, but Sonic this time not having any of it. But I mean, look at that. They actually switched it up. They drew the whole of Bravado over to the B bomb side and somehow managed to get it over
Force
here.
over-rotation,
Yeah,
brilliant
forced a
there.
massive over rotation. But like you said, it's not very far rotations at all. But Sonic once again back of the green train here, takes down 2 already, and now looking for at least 1 or 2 more on this B side.
Sonic does not look to the ladder point.
Yeah.
Makmur capitalizes.
This
Nice.
is bad. I mean, this is pretty bad. I mean, they're going to a 3v3 right now. Double AWP retake with the 1 AWP here by Makmur, going to fall back to side. I think 1 has come. No, actually all 3 coming through Zig right now.
For a little while now.
Yeah, this is really bad. I mean, they've got a good crossfire setup here with Makmur.
Fady
Fady
gets
takes down 1. Yeah, looking for the response here. Elusive does trade up nicely. Or if he just spotted a hip there, that would have been a great kill from Black Poison. But now Hack'em steps in, takes down 1 more. And now Black Poison has to save.
Wow.
And really, really good one. I mean, let's talk about that
Wow.
rotation that Bravado pulled off.
It's a little bit unusual. Well, I suppose they had the goals in such a nice spot by the old ladder, so he had information about the site, but then they just really didn't read the option of coming down the ladder and just breaking into that site.
Yeah. I mean, immediately onto A side. As I mean, I looked away for a second. I was watching Sonic over on Green Train just doing work, trying to shut down JT from roping around. But if JT had got through and picked off Sonic, I mean, that rotation was almost a given. It's quite a, I would say, it's quite a ballsy decision to actually still move onto that A bomb side, even though they lost a player there. And I mean, I guess that's what completely threw Bravado off, and why they over-rotated like that to the
The
B
nice
bomb
thing
side.
about that, and I think that's where Coach comes in, he makes a call, they listened, they followed through, there was no hesitation, and it paid off.
And that, I think that'll be one of the main successes if Carmen do manage to win this tournament tonight. And then I think it's looking pretty close right now. We did call it 2-1, and I didn't want to say which team, but it's looking really, really close right now. As is that a friend Molly coming out there towards goals here. Now with pistols, I mean, the economy is starting to break down a little bit here. But should they win this, I think Carmen will start to boost a little bit more. And then do you think they'll hold it out? They'll hold out the economy until they pick up that double AWP once again?
I mean, I agree with the first of this round, is they had saved the AWP, and you want supporting players around him just in case he gets an opening frag. So I agree with their buy here. I think they're going to be a little bit of trouble if they lose this round and the contact guns.
I mean, at the same time, the economy is not that bad. They do have a AWP and an M4 in the hands of Sonic. So I mean, they're not exactly out of this round just yet. And at the moment, there's only a bit of back and forth damage done between the players. No real commitment to a site. And again, we see Detrini, he's the only player here on this B site, holding a close angle.
I like this though.
Yeah, it's worked out for them so far. Maybe just in the previous round, the rotations were a little bit too early. Although it was a fairly good, I suppose, fake coming up from Carbon. Maybe they just realized A was the better site to hit. But now we do have Elusive here up on these trains. He's going to get smoked out, and it looks like they are going to look to get this XP onto this B side. Black Poison, however, taking down JT on the Definitely getting 1 kill, getting taken down there and then by Flexi. But Elusive getting that kill onto Makmur, and that's going to slow down this push. Whiffing a following to Deagles, but he's done a bit of damage.
Who has a nade? Someone must have a nade at least.
Do we have a Kobe in the house? Oh, there comes that shot from Black Poison onto Flexi, taking him down. Now just left to Sonic, going down to Fady. Fady only on 12 HP, and he has fallen back. But Black Poison
with another kill. Brilliant use of the AWP that they managed to save. It'll certainly help Bravado get back into this game.
Yeah, I mean 100%. And as you were saying, double AWP, yeah, there it is. And he points it out. Back up.
Carbon will be aware of that because they would have had the camera on the bomb and seen him pick it up, so they'll know what they're heading into for this round.
Enough, and they'll go straight back towards maybe switching it up. I mean, are they going to keep it on Detrini and Black Poison for the time being? But still, I mean, close game here so far. And yeah, Mike Moore sticking with a single AWP setup, as you predicted, and not really looking for much of a challenge just yet, but he might be able to get a shot here. Nice little pop flash, or just a smoke down to the side. Sonic does jump across. It opens up a little bit of a gap there if Sonic does look to re-peek, and we've seen how quick Makmur is on these shoulder peeks. Oh, he saw him.
Yeah, so Sonic now has that information, you know, and he's in a bit of a dangerous position. Yeah, he might.
He's calling Black Poison. Look at that.
Yeah, I was going to say he might get peeked from above now that Sonic has that information, and he obviously needs help getting out of that area. So he might have to be flashed out or smoked out, or just call for Black Poison. But yeah, at the moment, no real aggression onto the site. They're just figuring out where each other are. We are going to see Black Poison jump off that ladder and head to a maybe more passive position.
Well, let's see right now. They're still trying to take this shot here up against VPN, but looks like he's fallen back a little bit now towards the site. He's holding kind of back a CT train. Is he making his way all the way to the back there? Going back towards Ivy as well. There is still one player sitting out there, and it is JT. And they are going to make their way. Look at that double setup there on the bomb train as well.
Time is ticking out, so I mean, we do see Carbon having to make a play here. We do see Fady aggressively pushing. They know something there. They get him down. Fady goes down at the same time. It's turned into a 4 versus 4, but at least they are making progress onto that side. JT, unfortunately, going down there to Black Poison. Black Poison only on 20 HP. He does try to do a bit of a spray through the box there, but doesn't manage to get it. Flexi, however, does take down Elusive and also Goals for the likes of Macmore. Black Poison, however, returning 1 kill, and actually Bravado managing to clutch out that round. I think Black Poison got a 3k at the end of that round.
And such low HP, managing to turn around. Very nice play with the AWP there from Ellie.
JT 1 for 7, a little bit uncharacteristic there. I mean,
yeah, it's unfortunate not getting that after putting him in 20 HP, not even finish off the spray.
A little unfortunate there, but we'll have to look at those players. When we spoke about Flexi earlier not having a great game, all of a sudden he flipped it around completely and brought it back. But at the same time, I mean, we need something different coming actually from Carbon. I mean, they are starting to sort of slow down a bit now. Yeah, this is it right there. Misses that initial shot, trying to get the bomb down. Elusive does take down 1. Have a look at Vady here, getting real close and personal. Will get clipped out there by Detrony, and again, Power with the AWP does burn to death. Double nade comes out from Sonic and Elusive. Really, really well played there, and that's going to be a really quick round.
I mean, it looked like Carbon really just wanted to get the bomb down there, right? Yeah. They just ran and dry, no smokes, no flashes, or anything like that.
They had a player running straight through the side and created a bit of space for them, but Bravado aware of what they wanted to do and just putting those nades right on the
double
side.
nade.
But that's sort of what I was getting to. They didn't mind losing that first player. They knew that was the price they had to play. Even that second player pushing really aggressive, trying to go find you know, or waste time, almost sacrificing his life just to buy enough time for that bomb to get down. But nice molly and nice nades coming out of Bravado.
Nice little pick there from Flexi, takes on Detrony, looking for that aggression once again. Now, usually what we saw is Bravado keeping an eye on the A-bomb side once Detrony got that information, but immediately we see the rotations come down, and it's going to be 3 people out into that B-bomb side right now with Black Poison holding out on CT Zig. But again, look at that. Not making any sort of substantial claim to the site just yet, as they are still moving around, deciding what they want to do with the bomb. We do have Makmo up top of the AWP. If he wants to take that duel with Black Poison in CT Zig, if he can get that glimpse of his head there any second. But Goals smells something's up, and he's going to rotate out rather than look for anything substantial here on the B-bomb side. And again, just slow rounds coming out of Carbon. They are completely slowing this down to the last second and waiting for them to put at least something onto the round. We do see a smoke come out now onto the A-bomb side, and Elusive, what was that? Black Poison going to jump up into Pop Dog and look for something out there. It does take down JT from Pop Dog, and whether that position has been called or not, but look at this, Flexi out onto the B-bomb side, and Elusive is actually sitting deep in the corner there. Jumps down, oh wow, nice pick there from Elusive. Catches him out. They are going back down towards the B-bomb side, and another great play from Elusive, catching out the double. That's 7-3.
Yeah, I think Flexi was punished a little bit there for not checking under him and looking for the player, so his team didn't expect it. Mahmoud dropping down and not hitting the no-scope, so Elusive managing to stay alive in the back of the bomb site, which a little bit of a mistake from Carbon. Obviously, JT again not quite successful on Ali, so maybe he needs to switch up his position a bit like that, not managing to get through. Obviously a very difficult role for him, but not much success so far in the half.
Oh, so look at this. We're going to get some hyper aggression coming out from Carbon. They have sort of stormed down this Ivy side, but then again, we do have Sonic here with the M4 A1S, and he is going to spot 2 players. Nice little flash. He does manage to spray down 2, but more importantly, kill. Now he's not alive anymore. But that's 3 players down on the side of Carbon, and they sort of seem like they're going to abort this mission. We do see Black Poison here with the CZ, and Destiny is going to get peeked by Makmo. Makmo actually does take him down, and he gets an AWP for his troubles there. So this could change round. He does get spotted by Black Poison.
Got a haircut there.
A little haircut coming for Hack'em.
But I mean, they have picked, like you said, they picked up the AWP, and Makmo already on a 2k here, and so powerful that Tech 9. They dropped down Elusive to 2 HP as well. He's kind of jumped up towards Pop Dog here. He's going to look for the sniper's next.
Play, repositioning out of trouble.
Yeah. Really smart there. And I mean, at the same time, I mean, Makmo is still lurking behind the lines here, and the bomb actually moving along with him. So Bravado not really certain what's going on over here. They're kind of expecting him to come through this side train here. And I mean, that is, I don't know.
I guess they're banking on a retake full together as a team.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like they just want to stay together.
Possibly, but no, Goals is looking for a little bit of information here. But this is going to be big. If Makmo can get in here and that bomb can kind of sneak its way in, Goals actually coming to the opposite end here of the B-bomb side. So if you can get in there and sneak it down and maybe shut something up, but he's going to probably find Elusive up in Pop Dog any second. But this is the big one right here, as Hack'em is going for the bomb plant on the B-bomb side. 9 seconds on the clock. Going to spot him out. Oh, just misses the shot. Now to go for the nade as well. That's a very good nade onto Hack'em. 7 HP. Big hit there, but Makmo from behind does take down Black Poison. Now he has to pull this off if he wants to stay in the game. Goals on 96 HP. Elusive on 2, so this is going to be pretty big. He does flash him out. Big flash there from Elusive, and he does get taken down by goals. Really good teamwork. As I said, when Elusive is alive, whether he's on 2 HP or 100 HP, it's just such a problem. Need to get a kit or something. Yeah.
There's a kit from goal.
Weapons. But yeah, I mean, Carbon seem to just be sort of like coming to like a stale point there, right? Like they were in fairly good positions, even though the majority of them were dead and there was only 2 of them alive. They were in a good position. It was sort of some sort of unconventional position, being just out of Ivy there, so they did have a lot of time to rotate, and they eventually chose to go to that B site, but I think they may have taken a bit too much time to commit to a site.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they needed to find out exactly where these Bravado players were.
I think it would have been a lot quicker if he didn't pick up the AWP. I think once they picked up the AWP, then they knew they had to slow things down and look for those picks, because that's the kind of power the AWP gave them. Remembering it was an eco, so they didn't have armor, not many of them had armor, and the call was really just rush, don't stop running, get the frags, keep running towards CT, and Makmur did that, but once he picked up the AWP, that kind of changed the game a bit, and then they traded a couple of kills. But look at that, wow. Way in the open there, Black Poison gets tagged down. Look at that. Look at that, APARC. Double AWP set up now for Carbon as well.
Absolutely. You're seeing JT switch out to the AWP, which I think is a good decision. Look, if your AK is not working for you and you have the ability to AWP, for all means, just do it, try something different.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll have a little bit more success trying to get an entry with that.
Definitely.
Look at this positioning coming out from Bravado. They're sort of just aborting this because they have seen a bit of action near that A bomb site. So they are doing a bit of a defensive play. They are letting these players get onto the site, or they are holding back very, very deep into the sites, sort of just allowing Carbon a bit of presence on this map. And we do see Sonic taking down 2 kills. He does spot the bomb, but nobody's watching that ladder, and so Sonic is going to fall. At the same time, Fady has made his way onto the site, takes down one, but caught with the nade in the hand, and actually goes down to Elusive. So what started out to be a fairly good round for Carbon ends up being quite disastrous, as it's only Hackham left alive. Doesn't have too much time to play with, and he does
Goes
have
to
this
the AWP touch.
AWP.
Yeah, you can see Bravado here riding their advantage, just falling way back passive in the site. There's no pressure for them to push out forward and make mistakes. Sonic taking his time, really slow push into middle, which paid out for him, but the other guys super passive, way back in the side.
I mean, that's what we were talking about before the map, right? Bravado aren't going to look to be playing aggressive. They are just going to stick to what they know, holding these sites quite deep. And we've seen Detrine quite a few times holding B solo. And
look at Black Poison has only died once this whole game, so it just shows you they haven't really had massive pressure put on them. He's just sitting back and popping them off.
Yeah, no real pressure or not really forced to go find them. I mean, especially obviously that they're playing CT, so they're not under that pressure to make the move. It's more on Carbon to, you know, get some sort of picks and make some sort of execute onto these sites. But at the moment, it's not looking too good for Carbon. They've had a couple of gun runs and not really too much coming out of it. Yeah,
we're seeing a lot of picks before the final breaches into the site, so we're not really seeing a fight for the bomb site as much as guys getting picked on the extremities, which is a bit worrying as a terrorist. So they've got to regroup and try for some really good breaches here.
Well, let's see what Hackham can do here, as he has dropped down. So, I mean, Bravado just seems to be controlling almost every single point, shutting down Carbon as they try to move into side. And it's actually pretty big here. Sonic does choose the high route in back. Gets chased down by Fady. Won't get the kill, but does drop Fady down pretty low as a Goal steps up now, takes down one. Hackham steps out, takes down Goals. And trading. 3v3 right now. Black Poison needs to go down as he's still taking frags, even with a CZ. And now Hackham left alive again by himself, 10-3. Are we going to see a 12-3 finish come out here?
Well, they have a little bit of money in the bank, so they can buy out this round, and on the loss bonus, they'll have another buy next round. So let's see what Carbon can do, but the Bravado just looking so strong at the moment, not letting them get any sort of momentum into the side.
Do you think Carbon needs to change up their playstyle? Yeah? Like we're not really seeing much executes from them in terms of like, you know, deep smokes and pop flashes out into the side. What they're doing at the moment seems to be sort of dry peeking and having like a 3 versus 3
aim battles. I agree with you.
So I'd like to see them. I mean, Train is quite a tactical map, you know, especially with that A bomb side not really having much of a a skybox, you know. So you can get creative in terms of smokes and flashes. And now we are seeing something slightly different. We haven't seen too much action happening in that room. It is flexy, but he does get smoked out. So this might either end up him pop flashing himself through or looking for it to dissipate. But on the other hand, we do see Fady playing quite aggressively. He has been spotted. And Black Poison does fall. I think he had that AWP. It's still Detrine with the AWP, but now already 4 players dead on the side of Carbon, just leaving Flexi alive. Already on a 2K. He does have this M4, but he doesn't have the bomb
just
again,
yet. The whole bomb site, not a single smoke down, completely open, just into aim jewels, and that has got to favor the CT sitting on the side. So the terrorists are just relying on guys getting mad frags, and against Bravado, it's just not going to happen. The guys are too composed. They have the AWPs there. They have their setups and crossfires. So you're not seeing really massive amounts of pressure. The bomb isn't even going down. That's the problem.
And like they're not really forcing these players out of their positions, you know, and in terms of using mollies for certain locations. Like, you know, there's always going to be either Black Poison or Detrony holding Ivy. So I mean, they've smoked either left or right quite a few times. But that doesn't necessarily force that player out of that area. You'd like to see them use some sort of molly to actually force them out that area. But now Flexi is using some of his utility.
Oh, he burned his own molly.
Why?
Oh, shame. It's getting late.
One
Can
G's
we
in
get
the
some
chat.
1Gs in the chat? Yeah.
Oh, man. Interesting. Burns himself alive there in his own molly. He wanted to go for the peak, obviously. I think he thought, did he think there was a smoke or something?
No,
I
nice
think he was
top flash
just
from him.
really
He thought he was further back. So.
Yeah, but unfortunate there. But 11-3 right now. Bravado are looking to close this out there. I'm going to go for a full buy once again on Carbon. And they're just getting as much equipment as they can. And there it is. Yeah, look at that. The big one's out.
The 1Gs.
Where's he going to be holding it? Where is he going to be holding that?
It's only for the entry already. And Black Poison was another. It's going to be very tough for Carbon to bring this round back.
Yeah.
Now. Especially very limited utility.
It's pretty huge. I mean, Makmo is getting outside, but again, you guys spoke about it earlier. There's just look how much utility Bravado using to pull them back, but absolutely nothing being thrown out by Carbon to kind of push Bravado into any discomfort zones here. But
nice
look at that. Yeah, Hack'em takes down Black Poison. That's Raid Boss down, but still waiting for the appearance of that auto sniper on Detrony. But there it is, 12-3.
Very, very convincing half by Bravado there. Very convincing.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. JT 1 for 14. This is not the kind of performance.
He was the guy who got that 40 bomb, right?
Yeah, he just came off the back of a 40 bomb. But, you know, unfortunately, his role in this map we've seen is just to go Ivy, and he's playing against Black Poison, who's just sitting there waiting every round. So it's a really tough job for him to do. You know, he's not really directly involved in the breaches. At least Fady is going up middle to the old data every time. But then again, we can say every time because they were kind of running the same strat every round. They didn't really do a B execute that we saw. Maybe one.
There's still like 1 or 2 B executes. But right now, let's see what they can do on the CT side. I mean, I guess that's where maybe their power comes from here, playing that aggressive CT and shutting down Bravado, not giving them as much map control as I hope. And that's exactly what we're going to go into here. Flexi, and I think that is Fady going for a deep push out there. And actually, no, Fady and Hack'em, though, going up on the B bomb side. They will get caught out by Detrony. And once again, Bravado now just expecting it really. They're just sitting all the way back. Detrony does get tagged down to 57 HP. They're still playing a little bit of duels there. I think I thought we saw Grenade go out as well. And that could be enough. But at the same time, it's really hard to kind of read what Bravado are going to do now for Carbon because they're just going to hang back.
See Detrony setting himself up there to take a few long-range battles, getting the B250 and a bit of nades to help him out, and that paid off there. But even if he wanted to duel a guy at longer distance, he can do that with his current weapon. Goals as well has chosen to invest into a P215 round.
I like it. I like the P215 investment.
They obviously want to
round.
cover the long-range duels, which is a really nice decision by them. Put a bit of thought into this pistol round.
I mean, they want to shut it down. They essentially are, if they win this pistol, there's a chance they can go to map point. And match point, in fact. But look at that, Genesis side. Oh no, Elusive.
Elusive checks it out.
Elusive shuts down JT. JT just having a mare of a game, and it's so unfortunate. The player to come off a 40 bomb and now struggling to get more than 2 frags. But Makmo does at least give a little bit of extra action there, but now can get no flick coming out there. Elusive. Oh, actually, Hack'em does bring him down, but is left on 39 HP. Makmo will finally go down, and now this looks like a pistol win perhaps for Bravado. And that it is going to be edging closer and closer to this grand final victory here, and obviously the trip to ESWC in Paris, France in October. And I mean, that's what these guys are playing for, and it's been such a long day, and I mean, both these teams deserve it, but with only the best team can win.
Absolutely, and right now it's definitely looking like Trainer is Bravado's map in full control. They should be picking up this round just based on their economy, so let's see what they can do.
Yeah. Off to you, Mr. Courtney.
Not too much equipment invested into this round coming out from Carbon, which, I mean, is interesting to see. You know, it's getting to that scoreline where it's very scary. If you lose another round...
Home stretch.
If you lose another round, you like just digging your ditch even deeper. But it isn't that 14th to 15th round, so maybe they're just thinking they have 1 more round or 2 more rounds to play around with. Yeah. So, I mean...
They did it on cash.
Yeah.
True that. True that.
And at least now they're playing a bit more passively. I mean, we see Black Poison sitting in the similar position Detrony was in the round before, where they charged up here and it was sort of just an easy kill for Detrony. But this time Carbon sort of learning from their mistakes and playing this round a little more passive, probably just holding close, tight angles on those sides.
A good read on their economy, Bravado choosing to go 2 SMGs, just maybe try and accumulate the economy early just to finish out the game. So they got the EMP and the Mac 10 to just try and bolster their money.
And this is what Bravado like to do, right? They're just burning out the time. They would almost be happy if the game was patched to only have like 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So just as the round starts, they can execute, because every
I
round
think it's
they're
really
wasting
smart
time.
though as well, because they know Carbon love to push, and they know they're
Yeah.
aching, and all that's stopping them from pushing is down. Do not push. Do not push.
Yeah.
Stand still. Wait
Yeah.
for them
and
to
it
come
just
to you.
builds doubt into the mind
Yeah.
of Carbon. You know, they sort of get itchy. They sort of want to go find Bravado, whereas Bravado are just happy to wait, and then execute. Now we see 20 seconds remaining. They are going to flash their way onto this B side. Hakim cannot see a thing. Gets taken down. Already 2 players down for the side of Carbon. So we do have Flexi no longer, and that's just going to be clean up.
You see,
Clean
the
up
problem
for Black Poison.
The only, again, my criticism of Bravado, they had no presence anywhere else on the map. Now, the benefit of that is that no one's getting picked and you're not losing guns. The disadvantage there is they had no idea that the B site was being stacked. However, they're just banking that their guns and armor are going to overpower you even if you're stacking.
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50.
I think even if Carbon forced that round 100%, they still couldn't match the equipment of
Perhaps
Bravado.
like to have seen Black Poison taking that Mac 10 and just looking around the map, because if you lose that, it's not the
Oh,
end
well,
of the world.
sometimes we see that actually Dechny.
Just doing a bit of info peeking.
Yeah, Dechny is normally the one lurking the opposite side, or just
Yeah.
making sure there's no backstab or anything like that. But this round, maybe they didn't feel it necessary because they knew they would have a stronger economy. But now already we see Sonic taking down Macmore. And again, Carbon on this eco round. So it looks like they are going to play for that overtime, if anything.
Well, Macmore does go down. They were looking for a little bit of aggression there into the T-spawn, in fact, with T-Zig. And Hakim gets pushed down as well. So they kind of know right now that Carbon are looking for a little bit of a push here and there.
But very, very low investment into the round from Carbon. You see, you can see what they haven't bought. So they haven't, well, I can say they haven't got armor.
Oh man, I feel so bad for poor little JT, man. 1 for 18.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably really tired. You know, his shoulders must be sore after the previous map. But now again, as expected, Bravado like AFK and spawn, just waiting out this time, and we might see them execute fairly soon. We do see Black Poison. This is what we were talking about earlier, right? We're having that lurker to get some information on the map. It's not looking good for Bravado at the moment. 2 of their players going down, but at the same time, three players on the side of Carbon. That bomb is in the position of Sonic though, so he could pick that up any second now and try to get that bomb plant. Black Poison does rotate around. Dechny as well gets a kill, and that puts Bravado on match and map points. Looking good for them.
Great discipline out of Bravado, just holding their angles. You know, it's just brilliant play. Dechny not moving away from that little ladder for a second, just holding it and cleaning out. So all to play for Carbon now. They've got to close it out and do 12 in a row.
At least they've got some economy going into this round. We do see some cheeky play from them, or cheeky buy from them.
It's a nice little smokes all the way to between the green and red trains, so that'll give some indication, but no clear thought on where that bomb's going at the moment, as what this could be the final round for Bravado Gaming. I mean, they are just 1 away, but look at this. Best play from Macmore. Misses the shot. If he gets picked off here, that could spell problems for B, but they're actually going to immediately chase him down. He needs to jump off this platform as he is being chased down. Now goals into the side. There's no one there to back him up. Bravado take full control of B in what could be the final round here of the ESWC qualifiers. I'm now on the edge of my seat, so let's see what goes on here. Bomb does go down, and now, Carbon have to go for the retake. Black Poison takes down Fady. Been such a pillar in this game. Now Macmore up above. That's going to be 2 down there for Bravado. And they're turning it around once again. It's a 3v3 right now. Carbon have to do it all to stay in this map. Black Poison takes down another one. You're going to hear people shouting right now as it gets a little bit more intense. There you go. JT takes down Black Poison. Dechny and goals left alive here. 91 HP versus 4. Turning around. Has to stop the diffuser. He does. 1 player left alive. And there it is. Is there enough time? Is there a kit? There is one right there. He's going to stick it out.
Easy as, mate. Easy as.
Oh, very close.
Carbon's still alive.
Carbon
Very close. Wow. I think
Unbelievable.
Just like
Unbelievable.
everybody falls silent for like a good 2 seconds.
JT getting a little bit of scoreline going there with the AWP, so it's a good choice for him, weapon choice. But now, obviously, having lost it, they're going to have to buy what they can. And every round here on out, they have to buy what they can.
Yeah, and I mean, they have to just keep force. And I think they kind of like playing from this kind of behind perspective. I mean, like, why the hell not? Pressure's on and they like the pressure. Let's see
And
now,
play
pushing
from
out already
Bravado.
into the train here. Going to jump down. Detron immediately going to take down Flexi. That's already one big player down.
Oh,
JT though
JT
will
comes in.
answer, takes down goals. And you're going to get brought down here by Detron once again, who's just walking around here behind the back trains. As you do see Smokes kind of cutting off the rest of his team, as now he's in a pretty good position to really take the rest of this. Bomb will go down once again on A, but Fady steps out. Can he turn around again?
Oh,
If he does,
Fady,
that's
double.
a 2. Can he make it a 3? There's one more player there.
Oh.
Can't get elusive. Now, Makmur left alone here in a 1v2. Has to clutch it for Carbon unless Bravado want to head to Paris. Will he get the first play here? Can get it. That's the first. Turns around. Does not get the second. And Bravado Gaming are your ESWC qualifier champions. They will go to France in October. But give both teams a round of applause. What a fantastic series here of CSGO. Fantastic weekend. Big shout out to Republic of Gamers, Asus, EGE, CSGO Lounge, Oxent. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to keep on going. Are we not going to go to interviews with the players? We're going to go offline.
We're dying immediately.
All right,
Bravado
thank you
won.
so much, everyone, for tuning in. That's going to be the end of our stream today. It's been a late evening here. We are going to go celebrate. If you're in Cape Town, check us out in town. We're going to go get drunk. Goodbye.
We fucking did it.
Well done, obviously, to the guys of Bravado, but I'm sure the reason you're all here is to win free shit. So let's do that. The stream's off, right? I can say shit now. The stream's off? Yo, switch the stream off so I can say shit.